Hey, what's up, guys? Apnea here, coming at you with a new deck tech and video. Again, we're not going to be doing these big long streams too much anymore. And you can see my camera's not on right now. So that's because I'm watching my kid. Don't want him on here. I know. All the videos I start out like this. Big shout out to Wizards of the Coast and Stream Elements. Thank you guys for the creative program. We really do appreciate it. It is quite fun, and I am stoked on it. So this deck that I'm going to show off here, I've got three different versions of it, but we're going to show off two different versions right now. Um, One's historic, it's got better land base, and the other is standard. Both of them do the same thing. It is a Dredgeless dredge deck, so we're abusing our graveyard entering, our library entering our graveyard. And I'm going to talk about the cards a little bit, and then we'll get into some gameplay. I'll do a little bit of commentary, but for the most part, you guys just want to see the decks anyway. If you have any questions about them and you're watching this on YouTube, put them in the chat below. I'll go ahead and check them out. If you're on Twitch, guys, jump over to the YouTube and put the comments there, or you can message me on Twitch and I'll answer you whatever questions you guys want. So Secret Creepers are turn 1, mill 4. In Magical Christmas Land, we mill 3 Silversmote Ghouls and a Creeping Chill, which brings back all 3 Silversmote Ghouls at the end turn. And we do turn 1, we put 9 power on the battlefield. It doesn't happen very often, but it can. Worst comes to worst, we mill a couple Narcomoebas or maybe a few other creatures, and then turn 2 we get the Narcomoebas out. Turn 1, turn 2 we get a Fiend Artisan on the battlefield. Turn 3 is kind of interesting. We really want an Uro to accelerate us, but I found that 4 of them is kind of janky, so we're sticking with 3 in this build. Deathless Knight is just there for a little bit of extra reach. He returns to our hand every time we gain life, so we can get him back all the time, and he's got haste. So on turn 4, we're hoping to cast Deathless Knight, or something like Fiend Artisan Glowspore, or tap land and something along these lines, Silversmote or Gorging Vulture. And then turn 5, hopefully we have a Brokos, and this is trampling, so we can put him on our Secret Keeper or our Narcomoeba, so they have evasion and trample on Narcomoebas, but on Secret Keeper, not so much. The rest of the deck is just an enabler to kind of get the Silversmote Ghouls in the yard, feed the Fiend Artisan, or get Deathless Knight and bring them back. Brokos, we're just searching, so we're just kind of trying to accelerate through there. All in all, it works just like a dredge deck without dredge, so thus the Dredgeless. So that's the standard version, and then you can see the lands here, Fable Passage and everything. We have a little bit too many tap lands with the 4. I don't like it. I may take this castle out. I almost never, in fact, we're just going to take this castle out for now, I think. I don't like this coming into play tapped. I would much rather just have another swamp, so we're just going to have another swamp and be done with it. But that's up to you. In the version I have on Stream Decker, it is still there. So then we have a Lazav Beats deck, which is kind of the same. So this is the historic version. We just swapped out for Stitcher Supplier for the Merfolk. We added 2 Search for Azcanta. This card is amazing. Never freaking flip it. I mean, it's just so much better at the beginning of your turn you get to do this. So I never flip it. Just keep it there all the time. Other than that, we just changed out. We dropped a Gorging Vulture and a single Brokos to put those in. Everything else is the same except for the land. And again, I'm going to take out that castle because I'm not happy with it. But we have the check lands now, which makes this deck much better. Just the check lands in here make it much better for everything. And we dropped a Triome and a Fable Passage for more check lands because that actually works a lot better. So those 2 are the decks that we're going to be doing today. Like I said, I'm probably not going to be chatting too much, but I will get back and forth on, what's going on and let you guys know if I have any comments that are worthwhile. If not, just check out the deck. As always, the decks are up on Stream Decker. I put them up a few days ago. I was going to do Niv Mizzet again today, but we actually have a lot of people kind of talking about this, so, and downloads and hits and stuff. So we're going to do this video. Hopefully people can check it out and see what they want. But yeah, let's do some gameplay. Now, I usually play Historic, so I don't know what the meta here is like in Standard, but I'll do a few games Standard and then a few games of Historic. So this is Flash. It looks like this is going to be um, a hard fought game for us. We had a couple options here, but I'm going with the aggressive option. We could feed more things into our yard to fuel that Earl, but I feel like this should be good to pressure him. Mainly because Flash can't really deal with resolved creatures very well. So yeah, unless I don't think this version is running board wipes, but unless he's got a lot of return spells, we're holding that creeping chill. So we basically have to get in for 6 damage here, and we should be able to take this. Tyrant Scorn is alright, but it's not going to really do too much. So he does have some removal. It is the blue-black version, the mirror version. So he may be able to keep us off this for another turn or two, but we don't need to get much damage through here. So he's got a Dream Eater that's hurts a little bit, but not too much. Can return 1 creature here. And then he can block, but it depends on what he blocks, because if he goes down to 3 life, we win. He's probably going to return the Deathless Knight. But we'll trade efficiently with these. And then we should be able to get some stuff back, at least. Yep. Don't think I have any more Silversmotes in here, unfortunately. I mean, he's probably going to jump here, right? And then I doubt he's going to try and lose either of those. He wants the card draw off this, and he doesn't really... Oh, he does. Okay, so that's actually alright for us. And always try and leave your creatures in the yard. You see, I took all lands there. Exiled all lands. Because the creatures do fuel Fiend Understand. Great shark, huh? Sure. Again, it's just getting that last little bit of damage through here. He's really just going to keep pushing our advantage. We should not have done that. That was my bad. Alright. We're going to actually pay the life here. So he kept his Sea Dasher Octopus up. I don't really care too much about it. I think I'm just going to pressure him here by putting another Silversmote on the battlefield. And that other Silversmote will come back because of the Earl trigger from the attack. So we have 6 power on the battlefield, plus we have a Creeping Chill in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we draw a land, we can Deathless Knight and Creeping Chill. And then he's got to block 3 creatures plus that Creeping Chill damage. So we should be able to pull this off. Alright, so let's see what he does here. We're going to Deathless Knight. We don't get card draw, but we can Earl from our hand and get the Silversmotes back if he's got something with him. So we're going to attack first. So yeah, now even if he blocks like 1 here and he blocks this, or he blocks here, I'm getting everything back. And those are just going to come right back to the field now. After this, he's going to go to 2. And we're going to cast the Earl here. Get everything back and draw a card. You can put that on the field. So yeah, it's really, yeah, just use this. So that's pretty much the deck. In the standard format, we'll play a couple more standard games here. I don't know really what we're going to hit in the standard meta, but that's pretty much it. Those are the plays that you're trying to make. I play this best of 1 because it absolutely rocks mono red. Red deck wins because I gain so much life and have so much recursion. Even if they remove my creatures, I keep getting more blockers. And Flash is, I haven't played Dimir Flash very much, but the Simic Flash one, it's got a rough time against because they run a lot more counter spells than that one. So See how it goes. A couple more in standard, and then we'll do a couple in historic. And after I said how much this does great against red deck wins, I get a terrible hand for red deck wins. Yeah, especially with this start. So this is probably the worst possible start here. Hopefully we hit good stuff here, and then we get a land. None of that was good. With first strike damage, we're going to try and take one of them off the field, and that's going to have to be good enough. Nice, got 3 of them. Jesus. And he shocks. Alright. So this is going to be real bad for us. This is the one start that I don't know what deck. I mean, besides having Deafening Clarion here. Man, even if I block Fiend Artisan, I need to get 2 Fiend Artisans down. So, and these aren't really doing anything, so let's just kind of save us some damage. Get 1 out. And then kind of go from there. Missing that land drop kind of hurts. I might be able to stabilize because he should not have a way to deal with a 6/6 if I'm going to get real low on life. And he's going to have something that's going to probably just take this out. I'm hoping he's going to have to use a lot of his cards in hand to take it out. And we're going to block that champion too. Trying to preserve my life total as much as possible. Get a Slaying Fire in hand, so this is going to be pretty much game here. Even if I do... don't think this is going to be enough, unless I get some life gain cards, because my lands have been hurting me. This is the issue I have with Standard. The lands are just too painful in this deck. In Standard. There's an Annex, so that's pretty much going to be game for us. Unfortunately, this triple champion, it destroys... I have yet to figure out how to beat a triple or quadruple champion play. So this is the best that we got. I need life gain off the top before we're done. Yeah, and we're just done then. No life gain. We do actually do really well against red deck wins. The triple champion start with no life gain cards. That's why I said I kept a pretty shitty hand for mono red. Didn't have a lot of our life gain cards or our speed mill cards, so that's something to consider, especially in best of 1. But we'll go again. Who gets triple frickin' champion? Seriously. Again, we don't have much action. I'm not going to mulligan too aggressively in this because I want you guys to see the good plays and the bad plays. So I don't want you to just think I'm doing it. We can mulligan later more often in some later games, but I do want you to see the bad draws too. That's why I don't think this will ever be anything but just a Off meta fun deck. And this is definitely a casual deck in my opinion. Don't need that. We need more action. Excuse me. Looks like Sackdose is still a thing, which is not, again, probably not going to be very good for us. I'm going to try and preserve our life total again. These 2/2s aren't the greatest, but it's alright. Yeah, and again, I'm getting no enablers, so this is going to be pretty much. No, he can pin. I'm guessing he'll take Glow Spore. He might take Silversmote, but this is just going to wreck us. Again, this is a casual deck, guys. This is not supposed to be competitive at all, so don't feel like you're going to hop in and just like take down the meta. This is especially standard meta, because I have no idea what it is. This is what I play for fun, to break up the monotony of trying to grind out levels. The nice part is, as he does this, he is buffing Arcane Artisan. So if he gets rid of the Glow Spore, then I'm sitting at a 4/4 on the battlefield. And again, we're still at 20 life, so I mean, it's not terrible here. But we have no interaction, no flashback, no jumpstart to actually ping this guy. Now he's got Death Touch and Menace, so that's not good for us. And again, we're not really getting anything here. I'm half tempted just to go sack for 1 and get a 3. Yeah, he's going to be able to ping me. That's fine. But I need some enablers. Otherwise, this game's going to be over before it starts. This is honestly like the most annoying next. This is one of the reasons I don't play standard. I hate running into it in historic too. The historic version is just as bad, but it takes forever to play these cat oven sack decks, and it's just really annoying. So that's it. He cleared our board. There's not really much else we can do, but I will play the rest of this game out just so you guys can see me lose terribly in epic fashion. All it takes, let's see. I'm guessing this will take another 10 minutes for him to finish me off easy. Alright, this is a much better starting hand than we've had the last couple of games, so hopefully we can go against something that we have a good matchup against. More life gain in that last match, and I probably could have pulled it out, but again, this is a really finicky deck, and it's not very consistent. So, again, fun, not meta. Well, wasn't expecting him to concede like that, but looks like that was Saktos again. Just had a bad draw. We had a good draw, so it's doable, I guess. yeah, so this is probably the worst possible hand we could have gotten. Our draws have been pretty shit, and we're gonna pretty much die here. But I think, yeah, I think we're just pretty much dead. We can chump here, depending on what he does, and chump there. But for the most part, there's not much we can do. We had really shitty land draws. Ghost Form, yeah, you bring it back, that's fine. And then we need to get like just rolls of life gain here, which may or may not happen. And the worst part is now this dude thinks his deck is good. Yeah, so that's it. There's nothing we can do here. We've dropped 2, and he's still gonna get enough in. So this is actually gonna be a concede from us. Not getting that black mana early enough, and again we had almost no activators or no enablers. So yeah, try again. So you can see consistency is a huge problem with this deck. I can get it a little bit more consistent, but we mulled a ton, and we still haven't gotten a lot of what we need. So it's missing something. It's missing some key components that really need to up the consistency of the deck. I don't know what that is right now. If you guys have any comments or ideas, go ahead and put it in the comments on YouTube, or let me know. This sucks. Let me know via Twitch chat, and I will try them out. But yeah, it's really inconsistent. When it works great, but it's a magical Christmas land deck. And again, it's just fun, so do it, enjoy it. It's fun to play off meta deck. Well, that's gonna suck. What is he? A 6/6? Yeah, that's not so good. Again, we have not gotten much going on. We're missing. I mean, it's randomized, right? So we need to get the right cards in the graveyard. And without enough enablers, we're just sitting like this. Good old Ugin. Seems to be the card that everybody wants to play here. All he has to do is 2, but he's going to wipe out all these guys. If he does.
Do not ignore my dramatic talents.
Not much going on here. Make him block with everything. He can launch Ugin after next turn, so we're going to swing at Ugin next, I guess. There's not really much we can do. Again, we're kind of behind here. And Anissa, so this is just ridiculous. Resolve Nissa's, there's nothing we can do about it. And again, we're just not getting much of anything going on. And so I need a flyer in play, and all I get is a Silversmote Ghoul. There's nothing I can really do here. So that's pretty much the game. We're just gonna attack and then concede. So that's it. We're gonna do a couple rounds of the historic version so you can see how historic plays. Again, you can see I'm way under a 50% win rate on this deck. As it is, I think the lands make it worse, and the inconsistency of it all just makes it way worse. Sultai. I have a Lazav version of it too. I'll do this one later. But it doesn't work much different. The playstyle in this and Historic is exactly the same, except we have Stitcher Supplier and Search for Azcanta, which really help us, and the check lands. So hopefully you guys get an idea for both of these. This video will be up on YouTube, like I said, so you guys can always check it out. No action. There we go. Much better. And of course, we're going up against the historic version of Zac. Fucking hate this deck. Oh, this actually might be a weird burn. Yeah, this is weird burn. Alright. I'm gonna Stitchers here because I can. If he does attack, then or kill it, I get 3 more. God damn, where are all those life gain cards? Wow. Again, we're getting pretty bad here. Pretty bad draws. Hopefully we can hold off. Sword point diplomacy. Yeah. Wow. Just frickin' wow. Talk about unlucky. I need a land. I need an untapped land. If I can start dropping Uro, I should be okay. I have to do it, all three. So now he's got 4. Oh man, wow. I gotta hit some creeping chills. Here's 1. He's got risk factor. We've hit like nothing. So he's got to kill me this turn. All he needs is that risk factor. He's gonna have to discard play 3. We're gonna decline that. He can draw his cards. Mm-hmm. 2, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Oh, are you serious? Are you fucking kidding me with this? Yeah, well, that's game. I can't believe we got stuck at 2 lands. That was a shitty showing. So shitty. So even stuck at 2 lands against a burn deck, we did really well. But it usually does better. Like I said, inconsistency is probably the biggest downfall here. Alright, let's do a couple more historic. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. This is pretty slow, but we have the lands, and now I'm afraid that we're not going to get lands. So, yeah, there's search for Azcanta, so that's actually really good. For us, this is going to play a little bit slower than I like, especially against what he looks like to be Silencia tokens. Enchantress, okay. Yeah. So, we may be way too slow for Enchantress here. We'll see. So the downfall here is he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. He could have settled the wreckage here, which isn't good for us, but we're gonna just risk it. He doesn't, so we got lucky there. Historic, when they have 4 up, 2 white mana up, you always gotta watch out for settle. Can exile this. That's fine. We can still keep pushing. Fiend Artisan is actually quite nice here. So we're getting him pretty low. He's got to take care of all 4 of these this turn. Unfortunately, unless I draw land, I don't have much of a play. Birth of Meletis is going to be a little bit too slow. He gets a chump out. He's got to get a lot of chumps out, so... There goes Fiend Artisan, but we still have 6. So, yeah, there we go. That was a little bit better. That was slow, but we lived through 3 removal and, you know, what should have been a life gain for him, but he didn't get it early enough, so... Much better. That was Enchantress. He didn't get any of his components down, but again, Enchantress isn't the most consistent either, so... Pretty decent matchup there. Again, a lot of these games just depend on who goes first, which seems to be exactly like historic, or I'm sorry, standard. This is pretty good. If we draw an untapped source for turn 2, I'll be real happy, but if not, we can double Stitchers. That's worse just having this creep and chill, but sometimes it actually works out for us. No, 2 of them is not good. This looks like red deck wins. Yep. Burner red deck wins. There's 1 creep and chill, which is alright. I'll take it. 3/3 life. You can just auto concede when you see the creep and chill. That happens a lot. Any life gain will red deck wins just usually just shuts down. So if you've seen a lot of red deck wins in standard or historic, best of 1, this is kind of a fun way to just mess with them. I gotta find something that counters sack completely so I can mess with them. But those games take forever and it drives me up the wall. Playing like best of 1 and it takes 45 minutes for 1 game. It's ridiculous. Wizard needs to enable a timer for best of 1. Games shouldn't take more than like 12 minutes. Like best of 3, we have 30 minutes, and we should be able to do 3 games in 30 minutes. The same thing in best of 1, you can, you know, change it a little bit. And I'm not saying in the play queue, I'm just saying in ranked. In play queue, it should just be fun and casual. You play all your jank and your good stuff, and mess around with that. Also, I do that in Brawl too, but 1-0s aren't always the best, or singletons, I'm sorry. Right. We get a 2-drop, we get a good curve going. I'll take it, obviously. I don't think this guy likes what I'm doing. He's already like, nah, I'm not gonna. What's he got going on? So again, the tap land slows us down a lot. I don't like him much, but I don't really know what else to do. And pitch the Creeping Chill is my guess. Takes a Vulture. Creeping Chill is way more detrimental than he thinks. So hopefully he takes the Vulture. The Creeping Chill. Alright. So if I get lucky on this Vulture hit, I can get a lot of things back to my hand. Well, I'll get Silversmote onto the field. So 1, 2, 2. Nope. We do have Deathless Knight next turn, which is nice. But might be a little too slow here. He's going to have board wipes. So there goes Gorging Vulture. There's another Creep and Chill. puts him at 8. Unless he has a board wipe. There goes Creeping Chill again, unfortunately. Dredgeless suit. Yeah. And win with the Brokos. Exactly. So that was Grixis control. Been running into that a lot lately. If you think it's Grixis, getting that turn, getting your Deathless Knight down is the best thing you can do on turn 4, or turn 3 or turn 4. Yes, turn 4 is the fastest you can do it. But yeah, the playstyle is exactly the same as standard. There are some tweaks you can make. Like I said, I took out the castles because I already feel like we're running too many tap lands. And I may just take out some of the triumphs, but the mana fixing is just too good sometimes to take them out. This is pretty good. Stitchers into Search is a really good start, and then if this wasn't tapped, it would be amazing to go Gorging Vulture turn 3. But we'll see if we pull a land. We might get lucky. I do, all in all, with these 2 cards, this deck feels a lot better. Still, the land base needs some work, like always, and the inconsistency of milling is always there. Play the Swamp, Stitchers, bam. Hit nothing. Nada. Grazer, so we're not even going to be able to get through for a little bit of damage, unfortunately. No point in attacking. Yeah, Graveyard. So this triggers it. That's why it's so good, and you should never flip your search for Azcanta. We'll go ahead and just put this out here. Gorging Vulture. So that Silversmote will come back, which is nice. Beanstalk, he's ramping into Oblivion here. So this is Field of the Dead, huh? Lands, Field of the Lands. He's gonna try and attack my land base, which shouldn't matter to us too much. No. Decline. Alright, so Creeping Chills it is. Yeah. Don't think I have anything in there that comes back, but we're just gonna keep him on the beatdown path. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so he can drop his Beanstalk here. Fall of Throne. Destroy all lands. See if we can get there. We still have a Creeping Chill, so he's going to take 4 here and go to 3. Unfortunately, I think that's all our creeping chills, so I have to get back to 4 land. Unless he's got a board wipe or something. Well, he conceded. Yeah, search for Azcanta here with all our lands gone. Keep us in the game because we can just keep playing cards if we get the right ones, obviously. But it does help us a lot. So yeah, I like the historic one a lot better. Then again, the historic meta is not settled, so it actually works a lot better in an unsettled meta. That with Tormod's Crypt, even we can survive a Tormod's Crypt with a resolved Azcanta, so that's where the redundancy comes in. This is pretty bad. We're not keeping this. Like, we don't want any of this in our hand with this. These are the only 2 cards I would keep. This is much better. Still a little slow, but it's okay. If we get an untapped black source, we're in business. If we don't, we're still a turn behind, which kind of sucks, but whatevs. Yeah, red deck wins too, so we shouldn't be slow here, but we are going to be slow. Unfortunately, that does not help. So if he's got a second one and we get double or triple Fevrin Champion again, it's really hard to come back from, even with all the life gain that we have. Yeah, so we need life gain. So hopefully we can get at least 1 creeping chill off this guy. I mean, we have 6 cards, so it's good. There we go. And we get a Silversmote. So that helps. Next turn, Drowned, Catacombs, and Stitcher Supplier. So we can do Fiend Artisan as well. Fine. Just trying to save us some, and we get to mill more. We've got the lands we need in hand. That helps. Slow them down. So Drowned Catacomb here. Stitcher Supplier. Double Creeping Chill. That's really good. And then I'm going to drop a 6/6 on the battlefield, which he should pretty much have no way to take care of. And we'll swing for our 1. Just kind of be aggressive about it, because we're getting a Silversmote back. Now, he does have ways to take care of the Fiend Artisan at 5. At 6, it becomes harder for him. But, yeah. This should just be wrapped up. It should just be wrapped up. Bone Crusher, sure. He's going to mill 3 more, which is going to pump up my Fiend Artisan even more. And then we just swing for lethal next turn. So it usually, this is how it plays out against red deck wins. It's a turn 4 win against red deck wins, which is really nice. So that finally, how far in? We're an hour into the matches, and I finally got the nuts draw against red deck wins. You really need those Stitcher Suppliers in Historic, and in Standard, you really need to get your life gain, your Gorging Vultures, and get lucky with the Creeping Chill hits. 1 more, guys, and then I'm going to call it. I think that'll be about 5 matches for each Standard and Historic. So it should give you a really good idea of how everything works. Never flip your search for Azcanta. It's worth way more if you don't. We have search again here, so I'm going to keep this. It does keep us slow, so if this is red deck wins, it's not. It's Enchantress again? No, it's life gain. So this is going to be a hard one as well. But we'll see. I am just going to search here, because that gives us way more advantage, and then next turn I'll take the shock and Stitchers into Glow Spore. Stitchers first, always, and then Glow Spore. I'm going to draw that because I need land. So Stitchers first always. All lands. And then we'll Glow Spore here. That was a pretty bad mill. Oh wow, those are both pretty bad. I need more action. I don't really need those lands. So this is a really hard matchup because these Daxtos get freaking huge, and unless we can get our Fiend Artisans bigger, it's really obnoxious. So he's probably just going to swing with Daxtos here, which is fine. We'll chump and get 3 more mil, and hopefully get some stuff that we need in there. Not too much. That is going to go to the yard. See, we get these free casts off it all the time. It's so nice. It's not very good, but I can chump Daxos forever now. I actually want to keep him up as a blocker because if he attacks with Linden, I do want to chump Linden. Giant killer. Nice. Yeah, we're out of cards in hand unless we get real lucky with a couple of mills and some search. Oh, he's running the Speaker of Heavens too. Shit. It's gonna be close. So I gotta keep his life total down. Next turn he'll be able to start making angels. Don't need land. Decline. And I get a land anyway. So that's just gonna be game. There's no way we're gonna come back from this. The addition of Speaker of Heavens to this deck is just bonkers. So that's pretty much it. I'll show you what I mean. You can see this play out if you guys haven't seen this. So this turn he is going to, if he drops one creature or he just attacks with one dude, he's going to drop his Giant Killer. So he goes up. Now he gets to make a 4/4 white angel just by attacking him. So I'll never be able to get anything through, and his Sarah Ascendant is going to get turned on. So he's going to have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 power on the battlefield. And it is turn 5. He's going to have way more than that. So this is what I mean. The Speaker, this is already like a janky ass deck to play against. But with Speaker, they've really just pushed it over the edge. And I'm just getting nothing here. Yeah, another search for Azcanta. I need to show them what I have and then just concede. So this deck is really hard to beat. I have no idea what we could actually put in except for sideboard Ritual of Suits. And again, I made this a best of 1 deck. So there's not really too much I'm gonna be doing there. As always, guys, thanks for watching. That's gonna be it for me today. I'll probably do something later on this week like this. Big shout out to Wizards of the Coast and Stream Elements for the creative program. I really appreciate it. If you guys want to, click that follow button or check me out on YouTube and click the follow button there. It's easier for some people to do YouTube, so I will upload this video to YouTube later. Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. There's always supporting me and doing all that, and for all those guys returning, it's great. If you guys do jump on and I'm streaming and you talk in the stream and you want it, I do have a bunch of codes for ICRs, individual card rewards. But you gotta jump on, you gotta follow, and you gotta talk because I'm not gonna just paste a bunch in the chat. So yeah, if I'm on, make sure you guys activate those notifications. If I'm on, go ahead, jump in the chat, say what's up, talk a little bit, and if you want a code, I'll give them away. If not, you don't have to. I don't know. I'm good with the codes too. All right, mahalos for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Shoot.